AI agents, AI agents, AI agents. If you are not sleeping under the rock, you must have heard about AI agents, maybe on the internet or from a colleague or from anywhere. Today, we're going to dive into what AI agents are and how you can use AI agents. Let's get into it. So, everywhere you look, people are talking about AI agents. And for someone who completely doesn't know anything about technology, this can sound super intimidating. It doesn't have to be. Let us break it down. No tech degree required. AI agent is basically a piece of AI software that can think, take action, and complete tasks on its own. So I want you guys to think about Google, for instance. When you want to use Google Maps, what do? You open your phone, go to Google Maps, type your address. Google kind of shows you the route, right? Here's how you go from point A to point B. In the case of an AI agent, all you need to do is have a meeting scheduled on your calendar, or let's say you've told your AI agent you have to be at the airport at certain time. The agent knows that he has to go on the Uber app and book you a Uber ride, or find you a lift, or find you all the different options, different prices for the Uber you're going to use to take to the airport and things like that. It does a lot more. It can do multiple tasks as opposed to the way we used to interact with software, where you just have to tell that software what to do and it just does it. So an AI agent is completely different. There are three things that make an AI agent unique. The first one is that it understands goals. You don't tell it every single step. You tell it what your goal is. You tell it something like, plan my trip to Lagos. You tell it something like, find me the cheapest store in Texas. You tell it something like, help me find the cheapest flights going to Atlanta from New York. Help me find the cheapest hotels in New York. Plan my entire trip to New York. Different things like that. You tell it a goal. You give it a goal. My goal is to be XYZ in XYZ place at XYZ time. And the AI agent goes and performs multiple tasks to ensure that you get to your goal. Whereas the way we used to interact with software before was that you just give it a task and that software does that task. In the case of an agent, it can perform multiple tasks. So that is one thing that is a huge differentiating factor about AI agents. The next thing is that AI agents can make decisions. So it could choose the best flights for you. It'll maybe suggest activities. AI agents can do numerous things, not just one thing, right? The way it used to be. And they can take action. They don't just make recommendations, they can take action. They can book your ticket for you. They can send emails for you. They can do different things. So AI agents are not just making recommendations. Now technology is actually taking action and doing things as opposed to just making recommendations. So what are some really good use cases when it comes to AI agents? I don't know if you guys have been following me on social media, but you see me talk about AI agents often. One of the interesting use cases of AI agents is, number one, a travel agent. What is a travel agent? A travel agent can book your flight. And I have a video on Instagram where I illustrated how an AI agent can operate. The travel agent can book your flight. It can tell you about visas, whatever visa is needed for your destination. It can tell you about hotels. It can tell you about flights. It can tell you that you probably need to reschedule. It can handle everything with regards to you going from point A to B. This is not something that technology could do before. With AI agents, now we can do that. And AI agents can also be your personal shopper. This is also another really good use case for AI agents. So let's say that the agent knows your sizes, it knows like the colors that you like, it has seen your wardrobe before. You can just tell it to order outfits for you depending on like the occasion, and the agent will go online, search different outfits, and actually order pieces for you. So let's say you're going for a corporate dinner, it can order you business casual dresses or like whatever the case may be. But think about it like a shopping assistant, right? You don't need one of those if you have an AI agent. The third good use case are the work assistants. And this is one that I use often as a founder. These ones can send emails, they can look at docs, they can summarize things, they can draft replies, they can remind you about important emails, important calls. Think about them like an assistant. You don't need a human assistant anymore. An AI agent can now be your assistant in 2025. So these are all really interesting use cases of AI agents that you can start to explore. And I think what I'm going to do is just do more illustrative videos. I will post those videos either on short or my social channels. Just make sure that you're subscribed. I have one on how to use an AI agent to plan your travel, the agentic mode on ChatGPT. If you haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check it out. But that's definitely a video that I have up. Let's talk about the limitations, because even though AI agents are really good, they also have limitations. Let's talk about the limitations of using AI agent. The first one is that they are only as good as the information they get. Don't forget, some of these AI agents don't understand nuance. That's the biggest limitation of technology. It does not understand nuance. It only understands the information, trends, patterns. And so maybe you want to go to somewhere like Anambra, an AI agent might not really understand that because it doesn't really have that granular level of information or understand the nuance in that part of the world. They can still make mistakes. Technology is not perfect, even today. So you have to make sure that you are QA'd and checking every single thing that the technology has done, the agent has done, to ensure that it's accurate with your own human eyes. The third thing is that they don't understand other humans like we do. There are just certain human things that only humans get, like emotions and feelings and things like that. An agent probably wouldn't get that. So that's still a limitation, because at the end of the day, we humans, we perceive, we feel, we understand, we feel energy, but technology cannot do all these things yet. So these will be some of the limitations of agents. They don't know outside of the information that is being fed into them or the information they have access to. They really deal with patterns. There can be a lot of mistakes. And then the last one is that they don't understand humans like humans understand humans. There are times when you just know something by looking at somebody, like the facial expression will just tell you that, you know what, this is not an environment that's conducive, or this is not a welcoming space. But an AI agent probably won't be able to tell that. You know what I mean? So we still understand ourselves better than these AI agents do. I'm gonna wrap up by telling you guys that AI agents are tools that you can now start using to save yourself a lot of time. So now you don't have to give the technology just instruction. You can give it a goal. I want to travel to XYZ place, and it would help you do that. And that, in summary, is what an AI agent is. It is not James Bond the Terminator. It is nothing you need to be scared of. It is just technology that is going to help make your life easy. I want you guys to get in on it. If you have ChatGPT, they have an agentic mode. You can start diving into how to use ChatGPT's agentic mode and just go from there. There's so much when it comes to like technology. There's so much that you can do, and the more you really use this technology, you get to realize all the different use cases that you can try and experiment with when it comes to like the AI agent space. If you're new here, my name is Nello. I'm a founder who loves to talk about tech, data, and AI. Make sure you subscribe to this video as well as join my newsletter using the link in my bio. And as always, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.